देने वाला है, थोड़ा सा फिर से यहाँ पर लौट आएंगे, अंदर जाएंगे, परफेक्ट।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, welcome to the Mythic Showdown Season 1. And tonight, we're taking things back a little bit. We're toning it down because the matches and the Swiss stages has been intense. So we're toning down the intensity, and we're gonna be doing a friendly match between two well-known teams already, of course. And I'm your host, Ray, and joining me is, of course, Mikey Kun, as you can see on the screen. And tonight we have a friendly best of 5 series between Special Grade and Team ZOZO. Not Lafokabe, it's Team ZOZO. So, Mikey, how are you feeling tonight? Because obviously we're toning down things a bit, making it friendly.
I obviously think there's going to be a lot of fun in this match because obviously
Absolutely.
they will try to show their skills, but they're also going to have some fun. So let's see if they are going for the traditional picks or they're going to show us something different. Recently we got a new patch, so the whole meta is going to be
Yeah.
shifted. So overall picks are going to be quite affected because of it. They can go for the hero pool that they're used to with this current patch, but they can try out new heroes in this one. Since it's a friendly match, they have that flexibility, Ray.
Yes, they have the leverage over other teams right now, unlike all the other teams in six stages, which have to play it serious because everything as at stake. These two teams, they can chill out a bit and they can pick what they feel like would be most fun or could be the best as well. I mean, this is also obviously a nice chance to just basically make it a scrim so they can test out their skills, maybe see how they perform it against another team as well, right? Because yeah, you can do it on classic games, on ranked games, but of course most of the time the opponent you're facing, you don't know them. But here you have that advantage, so let's see. And just like you mentioned, new hero has released and she's also Chinese, so there might be a new wife coming soon, guys. I'm joking. Jushin, I'm gonna be loyal, but Zacian, hey, why are both of these starting with Z? They really love the Z letter, don't they? But overall, I'm seeing the first ever, not just Mythic Showdown. I feel like in last 2 months, this is the first ever Zask ban, right? Yeah, this is Zask.
Yeah, absolutely. And I haven't seen Zaz getting banned in recent tournaments for sure. But yeah, I don't think they want this one to poking them around. That's why they banned it out. From side of Team Zozo, we can see Phoebus and Matilda getting banned. Quite understandable bans. We can see the Lancelot getting banned as well from their end. Special grade went with the Zask ban. They also banned off the Badang. And right now they're going for the last ban of the first phase. So that's what they're going for. And they went for the Kalia. But uh, I guess Kalia did get nerf in this particular patch, right, Ray?
Yeah, I haven't had the time to check out the full patch recently. Was a little bit occupied, but overall, I have heard the news. Like most of them, obviously, the meta will shift, and this is a nice thing actually. We just had the patch drop, and we are not starting off things intense. We are starting off things with friendly, and we can see how the meta has affected a few heroes right now tonight with no risk. So let's see if they're gonna go for the Zetian or are they gonna go for the other buffed heroes in the recent patch? I'm really looking forward to how the last season's most of the meta picks they have been hit with the nerf hammer. So I'm looking forward to actually their performance because a lot of people love to be in the comfort. They don't want to switch to a new hero because for 2 seasons, Granger, despite 2 nerfs on both seasons, he was still the top pick, still the hero that got the most savages. So I'm really looking forward how it affects this season.
In the current patch, I've noticed that most of the damage dealing heroes got a bit of a buff, and whereas we haven't actually noticed any kind of buffs for the tanky heroes, the front laners. So I think the meta is going to be shifting towards the marksmen and the mages, maybe. Because I have also seen that Lucas got nerfed, Kimmy got nerfed. Beside that, Kalia also got nerfed. So the most of the heroes that were in the meta in the previous patch, most of them got nerfed. And yeah, Yuzong also got a buff along with Bruno. So they have, looked around the patch and they are going with the heroes that are most suitable on this one.
It's been so long that I last saw Yuzong. Like it's really been long, isn't it? He really fell off hard, and I hope this patch this time around can do him a little bit more justice. It feels bad. It feels honestly bad. But anybody who's obviously curious about the recent patch notes, let's talk about the nerfs first, right? The nerfed ones are definitely we have Alpha was hit with a jungle nerf. Alpha is, I feel like, here and there. Like sometimes he's really good, most of the times he's not exactly the best. Julian got hit with a nerf again. I feel like most of the junglers have been, their damage to the jungle creeps have been limited. So yeah, just like you mentioned, like it's going to shift a little bit to the mage and marksman. Even my wife got nerfed. What the hell? Oh, skill. A lot of skills no longer reveal the location in the bush, right? Yeah, this is an adjustment they made recently. So assassins should be stronger, right? Because Hellcat got buffed, Lancelot got buffed, Hagura got buffed as well, and so did Kadita. These heroes excel at bush camping. So we might see an assassin meta coming right up back again because last season was fighter tank, right, Mikey?
Yeah, I guess so. But let's see what they are going to be doing in this one. If we look at the overall picks from the side of Team ZOZO, they went for Kacha, Granger, and Farsa. When it comes to special grade, they went for Yuzong, Bruno, and Selena. Selena also got a slight nerf in this patch. But yeah, I think from side of special grade, they have decent mobility along with crowd controls. Where it comes to Team ZOZO, they have the advantage of Farsa's feathering airstrikers that can be pretty good for utility in team fights, and also Gazukacha has his Abbot of the Guardian. And if we look at the side of the second phases of the bans, special grade band of Joy and Hayabusa. Hayabusa also got nerfed, if you guys didn't know. And from the side of Team Zozo, they banned off Fanny. And right now, they might go for another jungler ban because from the special grade, they still haven't gone for any junglers yet. And they will need a front laner as well.
Absolutely. And talking about the Selena's nerf, I feel like it's a weird place. It's a cooldown nerf on the skill 3, which basically makes it hard for you to shift between the Elven and the Abyss form. So yeah, less stun frequency, but you have a new effect where you get 20 magic power. Yeah, maybe that is too low to trade for that cooldown. So I think, yeah, this is definitely a nerf. Hayabusa, though, I feel like his nerf is a little bit more like obvious, because right now his passive can only apply one shadow mark each time. That is massive for if you want to stack up your damage against a target that is a little bit beefy, you know? It makes him weak against targets that would basically most of the time would not survive. Right now they would, because he cannot stack that damage anymore. So it's interesting to say the least. Did Angela got affected? Let me see. No, Angela is not affected. She's basically the same, is it? No, she also got nerfed. Her magic power is reduced, so less shield.
Yeah, I guess so. And when I think from the assassins, I'm only the one who got the
Yeah.
best buff out of them.
Mhm.
So let's see if they actually decide to go for it or not. Because if Team ZOZO goes for it, they do have a good chance against Special Grade. Because the overall hero pool they went for is quite squishy. They do have the Angel on
Yes.
their end, but you can actually
Oh
go
my god.
after Angela first. And we can see Baksha and Rafaela. Rafaela also got a buff in this patch, guys. So let's see how much effective it is in the team fight. Rafaela, with the slight heal and the mobility boost that she provides to her teammates, can be really effective again with Baksha, I guess, because he can be in the front lane. Rafaela can give a bit of mobility and the heal. And since Baksha is quite tanky, he can just stay up front while Farsa and Granger can deal damage from the
Mhm.
long range. And when it comes to special grade, they have a particular hero that can go to the back lane and head is Yuzong. He can create the distractions. They have only Yuzong and Xbox who can stay up front. So I guess from the side of special grade, Angela will be trying to give out the heals, but Xbox will be the one who will go for the tanky bells. I don't think going for any kind of damage build in this round will be that effective. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. And this is a friendly match, best of 5 series between Team ZOZO and Special Grade. And let's see how it turns out. Of course, 3 wins to get the victory. Let's see who gets it onto the casting desk. It's myself, Ray, and of course, I'm joined by Mikey Kun over here. And we are also with the new patch. So we're turning the intensity down and keeping things friendly at a low risk battle. But overall, I'm really looking forward how all of these heroes are going to interacting with. Few things I would love to mention is that I feel like Bakshia's nerf is just for the anti-heal, which I think it doesn't affect him much. You can just rush the dominant sites now, but yeah, it does affect your itemization. On the other hand, the Rafaela, I feel like it has the biggest change. She can revive a teammate right now, so that basically means if the jungler gets taken down, it's a free resurrection. He can basically be back into the team fight, which can change the outcome completely. Especially since this is a tanky Baksha hero, which will basically take 2 to 3 resources to be taken down, Mikey.
Yeah, let's see if that is comes to any kind of benefits to them right now. When it comes to Team ZOZO, from their end, early advantage would be for particular hero, that will be Baksha and Gacha, but in the over here in the bottom lane we can see a fight breaking out. Special grade is going aggressive, but overall Granger was trying to do a bit of damage on Bruno. He was able to survive with the flicker, and Aceberg was quite locked on to Baksha, but he's quite tanky, even though Aceberg does have the true damage, but he's not able to deal enough damage right now to melt him down that easily. And we can see a bit of skirmish going on in the top lane, since the turtle is going to be spawning over there. So it's possible that they will go against the ESP laners and try to take any of them out and then go through the turtle.
Okay, Yuzhong onto the top lane, uses the ultimate. Not really sure why, just to bait out a few targets. I feel like that was a little bit rushed in, because right now he's not gonna have the ultimate. It's gonna go on the cooldown, which is massive in the early game, by the way. So there comes Baksha, level 5 already. Xbox will also come in as well. The new buff with number of rotations are gonna be increased. Let's see what's gonna happen. There comes, oh, they're going in, and the damage being dished out, and Selena will immediately get taken down. AOG pops in as well. T-Days Gaze will get taken out, obviously, because it doesn't have the resources, and one by one, the side of Special Grade is just falling, as Xborg is next gonna be on the chopping block, and there he goes, he gets taken down as well.
An amazing initiation coming out from Team ZOZO over there. Special Grade had a bit of an advantage when it came to, securing the turtle, but Team ZOZO went aggressive. They just zoned them out, got 4 kills over there, and also the turtle. So that's a pretty good lead early on, about 2,500 goals lead, and just 3 minutes. That's gonna affect a lot. It's gonna hit hard for sure. If they continue this snowball, then they'll be a menace in the mid game.
Absolutely. And it's really interesting to me, the fact that, they're again going in. Baksha probably wants to go in for an initiation. There comes, but, Sopranos raid actually does get a kill into the Angela right now. There's the explosion coming in from the X-Borg, but that Viraga armor was just not enough to dish out any amount of damage, and they go back.
Right now, a bit of a skirmish in the bottom lane. Team ZOZO, they are rotating around Bruno, but he'll be safe most probably since there's no minions for Team ZOZO to dive in with. So, yeah, he's gonna be safe now. But in the mid lane, Yuzong in a bad situation, being cornered out. Angela might use a hard guard on him to keep him alive, but will he be alive or not? Yes, with very little HP. Parsa did a very good job with the flicker and ultimate, but if she had done that a little bit earlier, there was a it would have been possible to get the kill out of it.
Possibly they did not want to risk it overall, right? Maybe that's the whole reason. And actually, I'm really nice. It's nice to see Sopranos onto the tournament scene right now. But that I feel like he could have committed to it, but doesn't want to go in too deep. But yeah, Bruno gets the Hasa's Claw, so a little bit sustain and a little bit damage. Look at him dishing out the damage. The new Bruno buff really hitting hard, because right now he is able to stack up much faster, higher crit rate. And let's move to the turtle pit, because we are seeing some battle, because the Granger actually gets respawned. I thought that was a kill. No, that was a respawn, and there comes the Black Dragon dishing out the damage, takes down Sopranos, and right now looking for more. The next target is the Gatot Kacha, but the Gatot Kacha actually is the one who attacks back. Baksha surviving it with nick of HP, and also takes down Samsung Galaxy on that X-Borg. This Gatot is definitely like a beast.
Yeah, for sure, but I think Yuzong went too aggressive over there. He got a little bit greedy and dived into the turret, which wasn't necessary. He could have just gotten the first kill and just retreated from that. But yeah, he thought maybe he miscalculated, I'd say. But yeah, we still have the turtle top lane's river, and there's a possibility for Team ZOZO to go for it. But from the side of Special Gate, they do have the vision, so they will be able to interrupt the whole process. But let's see who gets this one, because for Special Grade, if they're able to do that, they'll be able to optimize the gold difference. If Team ZOZO does that, they'll be able to pile up their gold as much as they can.
Yeah, and I feel like this is gonna be another uncontested one, because Yuzong is the only one that's really there. And I know he's got buffed recently, but he still has, I feel like, the same lingering weaknesses that he had previously, right? And it's pretty evident. And also, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I feel like he's going in way too aggressive. Maybe he's maybe he's got the buff a little bit too much into the head. But the buff is basically increasing HP recovery from your passive, right? It's not exactly, it helps sustain, but you are against the Baksha. There is the anti-heal, even if it's 10% nerfed, it still exists right from the get-go. And they're going in, they probably want to engage for a target. Let's see if they want to commit to it, but they do not just yet.
Let's see. Right now, if you look at the kill score, it's by 8 kills for the side of Team ZOZO, 2 for Special Grade. Right now, the gold lead is still on the side of Team ZOZO. They have about 2,000 goals lead, and that is benefiting them quite a lot. Ever the guarding being used in the middle lane, a fight being broken down. Pretty low HP Yuzong will try to retreat from that. Hard guard being used on Yuzong. He's already used her ultimate. Yuzong is being chased down by 4 of the Dragon to survive, and most probably will be able to survive to get a kill. Farsa is in a bad situation. Yuzong with her Angela just went aggressive, and it worked out finally. His aggression did work out.
Yeah, finally it did work out, and right now Granger has to force out the flicker, needs to go back, but he cannot defend this mid lane. And it is really interesting how immediately the side of Special Grade is able to bounce back. Really good for them. But let's see how long they can maintain, because of course the Granger is stacking up, and he's someone who did not get affected by any buffs or nerfs, right? It is insane. I feel like this guy definitely needs a little bit more nerf. And even then, he might just be favorite for a lot of people. But overall, The score sits at 8-4 at 8 minutes, and a lot of objectives being taken for Team ZOZO, but the one who won the mid lane turret is actually special grade, and the Lord has also spawned in. And is that Bruno going ham on the Lord all by himself?
I think that's possible with the Haskell with his in his
Look at him.
bag. Yeah, that's possible. But yeah, we have a retribution from the side of Team ZOZO. Bakshia is over there, so it's gonna be quite of a risky move for Special Grade if they're still holding on to the Lord right now. But let's see who gets that. Farsa with the facing airstrike. Xbox goes in. Farsa is the one who got the Lord. Along with that, Minazuki was taken down in the process. Selena is trying to retreat with very low HP, but was taken down by none other than Yuzong. Selena was taken down by Gato Kacha, and yeah, we can see Bakshia got respawned by Rafaela, a front laner, coming up front to help us in the fight, but already Special Grade is being quite of a menace, and they are just wiping them down one after another. But Bakshia went in, just shut down the Bruno in the process, but I think they should retreat right now because they are going in a continuous fight, which is not necessary today.
And they keep going on, and looks like that will get punished immediately as Samsung Galaxy will get taken down as well. I feel like he was a little bit too deep end, but oh, I know you is trying to take down Sopranos, but there comes the heal in clutch, but AOG doesn't land, just a slight delay, and the Selena is able to escape as well. Overall, one target lost. Oh, Farsa going in ham and aggressive. Sopranos takes the kill for himself. Bruno dishing out the damage, stacking up a little bit, and the flicker gets engaged out as well, and they retreat back for now. But oh, Yuzong popping into the scene, doesn't have the petrify yet, dishing out the damage with the Shah Essence passive. There comes the hard guard on top of him, dishing out the damage. There's enough sustain, but is it enough for the Granger's bullets? It's not, as he gets taken down along with, of course, Dajin on that Angela. Poor Firagarma just cannot sustain, as Skugzi will get a triple kill. This Granger is absolutely busted. This guy is still unaffected by the meta.
Absolutely, we can see how amazing of a marksman he is still now. Even though he wasn't expected by any of the buffs or nerfs. He wasn't affected in the patch for sure. But a lot of the marksmen were getting buffed out. But still now, Granger is one of the best out there. If we look at the turrets, till now, Team ZOZO is the one who has the turret advantage because they got 4 turrets secured. And from the side of Special Grade, they have secured 3 in the top lane. We can see a fight breaking down. Granger is trying to lock on to the top lane's tier 2, but yeah, even though he was able to deal a lot of damage, he wasn't able to get down. But yeah, it'll be taken down anytime soon now. Granger with the Death Sonata. Selena is trying to poke around as much as she can, even though she got a little bit of nerve. The overall abyssal arrow that she throws around is a bit late right now.
Yes.
If we look at the overall situation, Ray, the goal lead for the side of Team ZOZO is about 3.5k, and that does have a good effect when it comes to in team fights. And also they were able to stay ahead when it comes to turrets. But do you think in the late game Granger will still have that advantage that he has right now? Because Bruno is really deadly in the late game, and from Special Grade they are trying to minimize gold as much as they can.
Absolutely. And just as we speak, one target already down. Selena will be sent back to the base, and overall looks like this is a clear zone for them to take the Lord, but they're hungry for a few kills. Bruno immediately gets shut down. The Yuzong trying to engage all alone by himself, but can he sustain enough of the damage because he's getting chunked down? Oh, he goes in with the petrify combination, wants to take down the Granger for himself, and he actually does with the help of the hard guard on top of him. Shut down, but will pay the price as he gets killing spreed, and Dajin will also pay the price, 2 for the price of 1. But this is the power of the new Rafaela. It doesn't matter when you waste so many resources when they can just respond. This is absolutely broken. Sopranos all by himself going in ham, but absolutely needs to go back and uses the flicker. And this looks like it's gonna be a free Lord, but this Rafaela is definitely gonna be broken because it basically makes your marksman. Oh, what was that, Selena? What was that? Solo Lord attempt steal. He forgot she doesn't have to retreat.
Amazing move, but it didn't work out, to be honest. From the side of Team ZOZO, they got the Lord. They will go in with this particular Lord. I think they'll be able to go with the inhibitors, high possibility. And yeah, unfortunately, Granger is working down over here. The damage from Bruno and Xbox was too much for him, and he didn't have any backup over here, and he was too deep down in the fight. Again, Bakshia goes in. Let's see what happens to Xbox over here. He's trying to survive from here. He doesn't have his immortality. Now Kacha goes in unnecessarily, and that's why he's taken down by Bruno over here. Again, we can see Bruno going aggressive. The attack speed is too much to take. Bakshia was melted down in the process. Yuzong is doing a chase off with Farsa over here, but I think Farsa will be able to retreat from this situation. Ray.
It's like we're mentioning. I was not expecting. I mean, Granger was able to dominate very well, but right now the tides have shifted. We can clearly see the Bruno's damage is proving to be overwhelming, almost able to wipe out the hands of Team ZOZO. And if this keeps on going on, and the Granger doesn't get the window to dish out the damage anymore, because of course he's a skill shot marksman, they're going to be facing a lot of trouble, because the Bruno Sansen right now quite farmed up. Can we look at the itemization? I think all of them have classic itemization, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm interested to see the Bakshia doesn't have the anti-heal though, Mikey, because I feel like right now it's very important for you to build it, because you did get nerfed, so to utilize that 90% anti-heal reduction. But to be fair, there's not much. Okay, there is actually. Right now, Yuzong and Angela are healing a lot.
That's for sure. And when we talk about special grade, from their end, they have Xbox, they have Yuzong, they have a Bruno. All three of these heroes are quite efficient when it comes to lifesteal and spell vamp. And there is an Angela as well who's going to be healing them up. So it's going to be quite troublesome if you don't have a specified anti-life steal itemization on your arsenal. So I think they should have gone for that. But is effective, and I think in early game you can just skip the dominance ice for the first or second item, but that becomes problematic if you are not taking it at all. Right now Gatasha went in because the kill of Selena. Selena was in a bad situation. Bruno is trying to survive, will be able to retreat for sure, but the damage coming out from him is too much over here. Bakshia is trying to chase Bruno over here. Let's see if he can do that or not, but Bruno is melting down Bakshia and will retreat from that situation. A lot of things happening. Yuzong goes in the Black Dragon form. A lot of damage coming out from Granger again, but he was taken down by Yuzong. Gatasha was taken down in the process as well. Rafaela will be down by Xborg. Bakshia is cornered out, was taken down by none other than Bruno. A double kill secured by him. Farsa is the only one surviving from the side of Team ZOZO. I think he will retreat from this situation for sure, because he's outnumbered. Since he's mage, he can't do much over here. And yeah, he'll be taken down as well. Just look at the Bruno. As I was saying, in the late game, he goes crazy. And he has already dealing a lot of damage. Just look how aggressive he is right now. The amount of damage with every particular shot he hits. And with that, the base is locked by the side of Team Special Grade. And that's the first round, guys, of the best of 5 series.
And there we go, the first round of the best of 5 series. Immediately we get our winner, and this is of course Special Grade. We're able to get it with the Bruno, and we're obviously looking forward to the second game as well. But of course, before we move that, we'll take just a short 1-minute break, and Newcastle will join you guys soon, so we'll be right back.
ये तारा इनको बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत देने वाला है। थोड़ा सा फिर से यहाँ पर लौट आएंगे, अंदर जाएंगे परफेक्ट।
Welcome back, guys. That was the first match between Team ZOZO and Special Grade. An amazing comeback from the side of Team Special Grade. But still, there is a lot of scope for Team ZOZO to equalize the situation. From the casting deck, this is Mike Kuhn along with our new caster joining us right now, and that is Ash TZ.
What can I say? I'm very obliged to be a part of this tournament, and then I'm very obliged to be the part of the casting deck because I'm sharing my desk with one of the biggest personality of esports, that is Mikey Kun. Hello, Mikey, bro. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks a lot for the introduction. But yeah, let's get back to the match right now, Azzy.
Yeah.
And already, if you didn't see the match though, but I guess you did. Special Grade
Yeah, but
did
I was
amazing.
watching the match. It was great. But Team Zozo, we know that Team Zozo have a lot of potential because of the Zozo being there. But then it was Special Grade who just managed to snatch it away, the victory from them. But right now in the second save, we can see that that would be a Jask ban.
Yeah, they did the same thing in the previous round as well. As I was saying, Team ZOZO was the one who was holding on to the goal lead, the kill lead, and in the turret difference was on their favor from the early on. Just the last fight broke out, Bruno just went crazy, just turned the whole match around, and I believe they just utilized the hero perfectly. So right now, let's see what they can do in the second round of the match of a best of 5 series. Already the ban phase is quite it's quite similar compared to the previous round. We saw these particular heroes, these 3 heroes getting banned in the previous round as well. Zask, Matilda
Yes,
from side of
and we
Special
can say
Grade.
that the Phobius and the Zask. Okay, I'm not
Mhm.
sure about the Zask because I don't think he's a problem. Maybe in the new meta, new season meta, but it's a fighter meta. Whatever I know, Yuzong, Roger, they are in the meta right now, not a Zask. But if you have problem with the Zask, you can go with the Chang'e as well. I mean, she's a great counter of the Zask. But it's okay, it's their choice. I have no question on it. But Matilda will be there in the banning list. That's a good choice because the support and the EXP, that is a fighter meta, is back, guys. And it will be doing a lot of things towards the assassin players because we all know that the Roger being back a lot, all these heroes are being back, is a surprising move from Moonton as well as from Vista because they didn't just buff those heroes, but they also nerfed Dominance Ice, Glowing Wand, and Sea Halberd, those anti-heal items. So, I mean, those era is back, Mikey. So, what do you think? Are we gonna see some dragon here? Okay, name of the beast, it just appeared.
Absolutely. In the previous round, we saw Yuzong being picked as well. He did really good, but early on he was struggling a bit. Maybe the overall calculation of the buff was not accurate, or yeah, we haven't been in the fighter meta for quite some time, so yeah, that's normal. But in the mid game to late game, he did amazing in the team fights. And I believe in this particular round, we'll get to see the same. The next 2 picks are from the side of Team ZOZO, and they can go for some particular heroes. I highly would suggest going for the Bruno, seeing what he did in the previous round. But yeah, they can go for the heroes as well. We can see the Lapu Lapu and Xavier getting picked from side of Team ZOZO. Lapu Lapu did get a buff, if I'm not wrong.
Yep, and we can say that the Xavier. I mean, I'm not sure. All these new heroes being in the meta is kind of a question for me, but still, people are opting the Sicilian as well as the Chushan because they are still those heroes who can be, I mean, cope up with any meta, you can say. But right now, we're gonna see the Angela and the Valentina being picked up because Lucas is still open, so they just want to let them take out that Lucas into their side, so they can easily use the Unleash the Beast by the help of the IMU of Valentina. But no more Lucas. It will be a show coming from the side of Team ZOZO. What do you think? The composition, Pink Cho in the Rome, Lapu Lapu into the EXP against the Dragon. Will it be helping them, Mikey?
I think they can utilize the heroes. They could have gone for Lucas to be honest, but Lucas got a nerf, so I don't think they want to risk that out. Same goes with Zushan. And we see from the side of Team ZOZO, they banned off the Moscow right now. If we talk about the picks of Team ZOZO, they have Xavier who can poke around a bit with his crowd controls. Lapu Lapu can go aggressive. Not as aggressive as Yuzong because the Black Dragon does have a lot of range with his ultimate. He can dive into the backest of the lanes and just attack. When it comes to Cho, I believe his Way of the Dragon will be really useful. But there is a Valentina from the side of Special Grade, so Valentina can just copy the Wave Dragon with IMU. Angela is there to back up any of her teammates, and I think she'll go really good along with Yuzong because Yuzong with his spell vamp and Angela's continuous heal when she's using the hard guard can be really good combination in the team fights.
You know what? I never seen a Angela being picked up from special grade because they're kind of those tanky junglers pickers because they always go for that Jawhead, maybe Tigreal or Atlas. This type of heroes. They went for this type of CC based heroes. Never saw Angela into their side. Personally, first time I'm going to see Angela being picked up from special grade, and with nobody's is there. I mean, if you're going with the Federate Angela combo, it doesn't work the way it should work. A lot of big names, big heroes are open right now. Bakshia being open at this point. Even Lucas was there, but as you can say, Roger being in the new meta, he was also open at that point. If you will pick up that Ling Angela combo at this set, and I think Team ZOZO will be outplaying you easily because it will not work the way it should work. They got the Lapu Lapu, they got the Xavier. They will be having the Lucas into their side because you're still not bothered about the Lucas pick. You just made it open yet. The Kalea got banned, but Lucas was still open. So that means you don't fear the Lucas because you took that Valentina. But you know what, Mikey? I feel like Valentina for a single hero, Lucas, it's not a great thing. I mean, it doesn't works always. Sometimes it works, but not always.
I think Valentina can be utilized in this one with the since there is a show after all and Team Zozo, so she can just focus on Cho's ultimate to copy around, and the Wave Dragon can be a really good initiator in team fights. You can just dive in, just kick someone just around your teammates, and they can just finish them off. We can see the Suyo effect by Team Zozo. Things are getting quite interesting because Suyo is an aggressive one. And if we look at the side of Team ZOZO, they have three melee-based heroes, Suyo, Cho, and Lapu Lapu. So they can just dive in, have fights. But what they'll be lacking behind is the range. They have the Xavier over there, but they'll still need a marksman on their side. So Cho in the room, Lapu in the EXP, Suyo in the jungle, maybe a marksman they favor. But yeah, they will be lacking behind with the range for sure. Ruby and Lancelot. Ruby is really good with the crowd controls. I am offended can be a good initiator as well as TZ.
You know what? Right now, Team Zozo needs someone who can counter the mobility. They don't have those heroes. You can say you can talk about the Xavier stun, but Lance can easily outplay it. And they got the Valentina as well, so you need someone who can counter that stun. That's the reason they went for the Ruby, so they can just counter mobility of the Suyu. But from Zozo side, they're picking up this Brody against a whom? There is no MM. There is no goal laner in special grade. Maybe Ruby going for the goal lane. What do you think so?
I think so because Yuzong will go to the EXP. Ruby will go to the goal lane. She'll be facing off against Brody, and I think she'll survive the lane because of her shell vamp. And from the side of uh, Team Zozo, what they have is they have three fighters. One is Cho, one is Suyo, and another one uh, is Lapu Lapu. And they will have a bit of spell vamp for Lapu Lapu and Suyo, but they do have sustainability, but they don't have any kind of heal providing heroes on their end. Whereas from the side of special grade, they do have an Angela. They do have high mobility heroes like Lancelot. They do have heroes to go to the back lane and hit the damage dealers like Yuzong. They have a very balanced out, hero pool over here.
But the Ruby in the goal against Brody do works in the Mythic rank, but not in Mythical Showdown. It's okay, let's see how it goes for both these sides. But right now, we can say one thing, that team ZOZO is having an upper hand for them, as you said. They got the stun, they got the mobility as well. Let's see how it goes, because Lancelot also having the mobility can also outplay the Xavier and the Suyu. But Sasuke and Satoru Gozo in a single team makes them a little bit more powerful. Angela being giving a little bit of vision, but before that, Ruby right now having some giving some hot sip to that Brody from the early game, as you said, and lane cutting being going on in the EXP.
In the mid lane, we can see that Xavier is taking a bit of damage. Valentina dives in to deal a lot of damage for sure. Lancelot goes in, will be a kill, but that's not for the Xavier, but Valentina instead. Tuyo just came around at the right moment, and if he wasn't around, things could have been different, but it just worked out perfectly for him. Tuyo went
This
in
was,
again. Good amount of damage on Yuzong, but let's see if he can survive or not. He doesn't have his ultimate. Okay, he does have it, and he's trying to survive from it, but it looks really bad. A very bad situation for him, and nowhere to escape for sure. And Suyo took out the kill of Yuzong. He could have just dived in towards the turtle directly rather than going all around. Lapu Lapu goes in, stole the turtle. That was unexpected, STZ.
What is happening to Team ZOZO? I mean, what are they kind of doing at this point? Because, I mean, I'm not Team ZOZO, sorry, Team Special Grade. They went for a lane cut. Yuzong was in the tier 1 and between the tier 1 and tier 2. That was not needed. That was a pretty overextending move. And then they got the kill, but I thought the trade will be simple because they will having the turtle, but then Lapu Lapu dive in, having the turtle to his side. I mean, this is not acceptable from a Mythic Leaderboard team. You're not in your you can say they are not in their sense, but right now having a dive in onto that Ruby, but look at that hard guard coming up. Lapu Lapu will be the one taking out that Valentina from the map. Angela will be perished down as well. It's a double kill for the Lapu Lapu with the Suyu being there. A great start for Team ZOZO.
Absolutely, they are still quite ahead when it comes to the gold and also the kill score. They are in a very nice flow. They're gonna be able to hold on to the snowballing right now, since they have about more than 1000 goals lead, and that's hitting hard for the side. But let's see what Special Grade can do. There were two key points where things took a turn for them. One was when Yuzong didn't actually retreat from the fight in the between the tier 2 and the tier 3, and another was when the turtle was stolen just in front of their eyes. We did see a fight in the top lane. Ruby was taken down, and I believe that was Xavier who got the kill. But again, we're seeing a bit of a skirmish in the bottom lane. We can see that Valentina dived in over here, but let's see if Lapu Lapu stays in the fight or not. He did a really good job over there retreating. He didn't got too much aggressive. And over there we can see Yuzong already used his Petrify to get a kill, but Sasuke Suyo, he just retreated from that situation with very low HP.
Onto the way, and that was a chunk down. Before that, killing spree coming for the Lapu Lapu onto the Valentina. Turtle being up. Let's see who will be having the retreat. Will be Sasuke getting down the turtle for himself. Lapu Lapu engaging onto that Yuzong, will be taking him out before the hot guard can even cast onto him. He will be perished down by the side of Team ZOZO. ZOZO will not having any mercy towards Special Grade at this point, and they will be taking out the creeps as well from them. You know what? I'll say one thing. I'm not seeing any kind of coming back into this match because they don't have a late game player. But before that, Ruby coming up into the action. Angela will be the one taking out the Cho. Oh my goodness, the damage. Oh, this will be a dawning light to take out that Valentina from the map. Again, a stun coming on to that Yuzong. They will be coming back into a safer zone. Not the Yuzong, it was Ruby. Sorry for the mistake. And before that, we can see Lapu Lapu right now rotating down into the mid lane. A fight breaking up again. Hard guard being on. Ruby and Angela right now fighting upon that Lapu Lapu. Will not be enough to take down him. He will be managed to surviving, and he will be managed to get down, get back into the safer zone. Before that, Evil Queller came up, but not a high damage. Yuzong managed to take down, or still down, one turret from the bot lane.
Absolutely, a bit of a skirmish in the mid lane. You can see that Valentina is taking a bit of damage, but she will retreat for sure from this situation. Unnecessary fight should be avoided. In the mid lane, we can see a bit of an engage on Ruby, but Ruby retreated with Flicka. And we can see that Brody is going hyper aggressive. They should have actually focused on Brody from early on, but they didn't, most probably for some reason. We can see Yuzong is trying to lock onto the Brody, but will he be able to take the kill or not? In the mid lane, we can see a fight, and that was Lapu Lapu who got taken down by none other than Valentina, but Valentina was taken down as well, but by none other than Suyo. Very low HP for the Cho and the Xavier. Even Brody was pretty low, but they managed to survive from that, and Yuzong had to retreat from that because there were the tier 3 and tier 2 turrets for the backup of Team ZOZO over there. Otherwise, things were a bit different, I guess, at Ash.
Yeah. You know what? Right now, they got the early snowball for themselves, and this is the biggest reason they're right now outplaying the whole team. Special grade. Before that, Cho coming on. Oh my goodness! The Lancelot going against the Suyu, but will not be enough. He will be the one getting hunted down by that Suyu. It will be a mega kill for the Suyu. What a payback from that Suyu! I thought the Lancelot will be going against him and will be taking him out, but was not enough to do that. Suyu right now charging upon that Yuzong, but it will be Ruby shutting him down at this point. Brody coming up into the map. He'll be taking out the Valentina. Turtle will be into the hand of Team Special Grade. Black Dragon immerses, going for the Petri, but will not be enough. It will be the Brody shots. Will be taking out that Yuzong from the map. What a start for for Team ZOZO. Special Grade is right now in not a single point they can justify for themselves.
Overall, things are quite in favor for Team ZOZO right now. In the mid lane, we can see Xavier was about to be taken down by Ruby, but got the backup of Cho and Lapu, and he was able to survive from that. But we can see a fight breaking down again. Ruby in a bad situation was taken down by none other than Brody, but Brody was taken down by Angela over here, and Suyo got her taken down in the process. Lancelot is trying to survive, but won't be able to. Double kill for the Suyo over here. But maybe Valentina will be taken down as well. But before that, he will take down Suyo. Yuzong comes in the very right moment, took down Cho, and maybe Lapu Lapu will be taken down as well. And yes, it is. Valentina was the one who got the kill. Things are quite in a balanced out situation right now. The gold difference that was quite huge got just equalized in a matter of seconds. Ash.
It was trade upon trade, trade upon trade, trade upon trade. What was happening there? That was a bit turning events for both of the sides. They went for a brawl server gameplay at that point, fight back again and again. Then one man getting down, one man from their side also getting down. This was the way they wants to equalize the goal. It was a good chance for Special Grade to come back into this match, but I'm not happy from Team ZOZO. They were at a good place at that point, but before that, Brody will be the one taking out the Dragon. Double kill for the Brody onto the Angela right now. Evil Queller coming up, charge from the Suyu, and with that, he'll be getting a little bit of agility by that Xavier stun and a sliver of HP. Ruby is still hunting down the enemies, but will be get pounded by the Brody. That killing spree onto the Valentina. 3-man down with the trade again, getting won by the side of Team ZOZO. They are into the match. They're still online. We may be gonna see a fourth set because Team ZOZO are not backing up in this match. They want to take on this match into their hand so that they doesn't have to go for a reverse sweep after the second set.
Absolutely. Now we can see that from the side of Team ZOZO, they're going to be locking on to the Lord. Lancelot is taking up a lot of damage. He shouldn't have gone in right now. Already we can see the way of the dragon being used. Lancelot was taken on by Brody. A fight is being broken down over here. Valentina trying to deal a bit of damage. Retribution was not used. It was Ruby who got the low. We can see that Brody is trying to retreat, but will be taken down by Valentina. We can see the way of the again. Suyo was taken down by Valentina, and Valentina was taken down by none other than Cho. He will try to retreat from that. It's only Angela and Ruby, but let's see what the Ruby can do. A lot of damage for Xavier to take. It was too much, and he was taken down by Ruby over here. We can see a 2v1 situation again with the Lapu Lapu and Ruby. with the help of Angela, Cho will retreat for sure. There's no meaning to dive in right now. And he did the right thing to just heal up in the base.
I mean, people can say Cho was watching his friend dying upon him, but it was a safe situation. It was a safe decision from him because rather than going against a Ruby with the hard guard on, he should have, baited him out. It's a good way. But right now, Ruby, after a lot of things she had done to Team ZOZO, will be taken down by the Suyu, and the Lord was a dramatic still, we can say, because the way Lapu Lapu stole that turtle, then we saw this Lord being on to the side of Ruby, Team Special Grade, was a nice thing, we can say. They are literally coming back into this match, and Ruby go lane, maybe back into the meta. But before that, we can see, ooh, the damage from the Brody, the shots from the Brody will be taking out the Valentina. We have Dragon coming on. Cho will be coming back into the safer zone, dismantling himself. Evil Quiller for the zone. Not be zoning out anyone because no one is in the bush at that moment. Lord being defended down easily. Right now the team wants some targets into their hand, but the Dragon being there will be getting out from the bush with the Black Dragon emerging, going for the Xavier at this point. Hard guard being on. Xavier will be able to get back. Stun coming up at a sliver of HP. Lancelot will be the one taking down the Suyu. In the meantime, Ruby with being there, but oh, that damage being, even if the hard guard was on, the Yuzong was not that much sustainable to those Brody's shot.
Absolutely. Things are quite in the favor of Team ZOZO right now when it comes to kills. But when we look in the overall big picture, the overall goal lead, the third advantage, everything is on favor of Special Grade right now. If they are able to hold on to it, I highly believe they'll be able to get the second score in the best of 5 series as well. But we can't say what is going to happen in this one because in the previous round it was we thought the other way around, but right now we can see a fight breaking out. Cho is trying to retreat from that situation, but Valentina is not going to be letting him retreat. Xavier was taken down in the process. Ruby is dealing a lot of damage. Valentina was taken down. Ruby took out Rock in the process. I don't think Suyo is going to be able to hold on to this whole situation. It's a 1 versus 5 situation, Ash, and things are not looking good for Team ZOZO right now.
They will be resurrecting back, I'm damn sure about it. They will be eventually defending the base, but before that, Suyu will be taken down by the Rubies. Oh my goodness, they are coming back. The minions are coming back. The Lord is open. Suyu not being there. I mean, is this the loss still they will be doing again? Because without the Brody, I don't think, it doesn't seem to me that team ZOZO finding it well, but no, they're not going for the Lord. Way of Dragon coming up from the Valentina. Cho being there will, at a sliver of HP, will be taken down. It's a killing spree for the Valentina. Dawning Light come up, but the Dragon emerges, and it will be a kill for the Ruby. Lapu Lapu falls down. Dragon going inside the base will be taken down for the overextension. Xavier will be the one. Inhibitors falling down. Dawning Light again come up. Minions will be clear. Suyu back into the action. Evil Queller and oh my goodness, just pull him up. Suyu got down. Team ZOZO at the verge of losing the match, even though the start was OP. Dawning Light once again, but the minions were lost. They are right now recalling at the base, taunting upon them because they know after just selecting down the base, the crystal will be up and it will be Team Special Grade. Yes, guys, you're hearing the right word from my mouth. It is Team Special Grade who just lock on the base, lock on the match, and they will be playing the match point in the next match. What's just happened, Mikey? Can you just explain me?
I believe from the side of Team ZOZO, they just went a little overboard over there. They should have retreated in the top lane where they actually thought that there is a possibility to get a few kills, but it wasn't. They had to just keep in mind that there is a goal difference and that is not on their favor. And they weren't able to do that. They were in a bad situation for that because from the side of a Special Grade, they did force the fight in that situation and there was no pulling back, and that's how they just lost 4 of their teammates. That led to all the inhibitors being broken down, and that is what escalated to the base being broken down as well.
Tables turned down, and the tables literally turned down to the side of Team Special Grade. This is an epic comeback from them. And do you remember, Mikey? From the beginning, I told you Team ZOZO lacking the CC, crowd controller. Mobility is there, but no one is there to stop the mobility. While team special grade having the Ruby into their side, and you just saw what just happened. Ruby and Yuzong constantly giving that CC against the Cho, against the Lapu Lapu, against the Brody as well, and even the Suyu got into the trap. Right now, we're heading into the third match. This is Team Special Grade versus Team ZOZO in the casting deck. It's your boy STZ, and with me is none other than sharing the deck with me. It's my bro Mikey. Mikey, we just have saw the second match. The score was 2-0 right now for Special Grade. A quick prediction from my bro. What do you think? 3-0 or a reverse sweep? We're gonna see this night.
I'd say I'll have to wait till the overall drafting phase for sure. I can give a prediction after that. But what we're seeing right now, Special Grade is able to uh, go for 2 consecutive wins. But the first round, it was from the early to mid game completely on favor of Team ZOZO. But yeah, finally, it was a comeback from side of Special Grade, but the overall gameplay they showed us in the first round, I believe they can show it again. And the early domination, if they have that, there is a possibility of their win. Over that, we can push it to the fourth round as well. Since it's the best of 5 series, we can already see a very common bans right now. Moskov and Matilda, both of them we saw in the previous round getting banned. We're seeing it again. Team Zozo banning the Moskov and Team Special Grade banning the Matilda. Angela as well. They know what an Angela can do, how annoying she can be with the shield and the continuous,
Yeah.
healing she provides. So they don't want to see her in this round again.
You know, Mikey, what just happened? I feel like the Brody was the only damage dealer, and then the Lord still was a key point. What just happened in the previous match? So I feel like if you're about to take a Lord, you should be prepared for it. I mean, you got the retreat, but the retreat holder didn't took the Lord. It was Ruby who just took the lot because Lancelot was out of the map. I thought that was an easy lot for them. But then what the match turned up, and then Special Grade just took over the match easily, make an epic comeback. And then you right now here they are into the driving, not in the into the driving seat, but into the passenger seat. They just need to win one more match and it's over for them. But right now in the draft section, we can see the Yuzong will be taken out. A big threat in this new meta, in this EXP fighter meta, is the Yuzong, is the Alot. So you have to take care of these 2-3 new heroes who are rising into the meta again. We all know the dragon being in the meta since the release, but then a little bit of backlash she got due to the nerf. But right now, again back into the meta after the nerf of the dominant size, glowing one, sea halberd, all those anti-heal items. But right now, again we can see the Jaws getting banned. So is this a new thing which I don't know, Mikey, or you know about it? Something like Jaws being meta, being in the meta from the new season, or what is happening? Why they are banning the Jaws? Respect ban, or a comfort ban, or you can say a meta ban? What is this?
Yeah, I'd say it's a respect ban towards Sopranos, right? As I think that's why they're continuously locking onto it for 3 consecutive rounds. They have not forgotten to ban it out, and they have banned it out in every first banning phase. We can already see the Badang getting picked from the side of Team Zozo. The next 2 picks are for the side of Special Grade. There are a few options open. I was desperately waiting to see the Arlot because I love the final slat and the flicker combination, the overall engage he can do, and the overall interruption he can bring out in team fight. It is amazing. We can see the Nana getting picked as well. The Molina's gonna be quite annoying, Ash.
Obviously. And you know what? I was talking about the devil. Again, the devil got appeared. It was like in the last match I said about the Yuzong. Yuzong got picked. This time Yuzong was in the ban list. I was talking about the Alot. Alot got picked. May God let me know that can I see a Roger in the jungle, because I'm very much excited to see a Roger in the jungle. We all know that this fighter meta bring those fighter junglers also into the meta. So a Roger into the jungle will be helping them a lot to win this match, to click off this match for themselves. But before that, we can see the Lancelot once again will be into the picture from the side of Team Special Grade, whereas the Hayabusa will be there from the side of Team ZOZO and the Granger in the goal lane. What do you think? Ruby once again, or are we going to see a Irithel, or Irithel will be in the banning list? ZOZO. I mean, Mikey.
From side of Team Zozo, I believe they'll need a front laner and they will need a mage. If they're trying to go for something else, the overall damage output is not going to be that effective because till now from the side of Team ZOZO they have all 3 physical damage based heroes. They don't have any magic and magic based heroes yet, so they'll need a mage for sure, and they don't have any strong front laners, so they'll need a Roma, and that's going to be a tanky one for sure. If they go for any healing based heroes again this time, I don't think that's going to be working out that much, but let's see what they are going to go for. What are they planning for from side of special grade? From their end they have Nana, and because of her passive she'll survive some fights, and the Arlot is quite tanky, I'd say, if you're willing him in that manner. But if you're going for all damage, then he can deal a good amount of damage as well. But what I like about him is the overall dashes he can do, the marks, and the crowd control he has, because the final slash is a great interruption in team fights. It can be really beneficial to either corner out the opponents or to interrupt them from fights. So let's see how that can be utilized. Arlot can also go roam if they want. I'm not saying they will, but there is a possibility.
Is that a Kadita in the ban?
Yeah, she recently got buffed.
Yeah, but I mean, Kadita trading upon Farsa? That's not a good thing. They got the Granger into their side. They will be opting the Farsa for them. It will be a great combo. We all know about the Poke Burst combo. They can go for that as well because they got the Badang, they got the Hayabusa for the clearing up. So I mean, the Poke Burst combo is there totally. If you're gonna see the lineup, Badang will be the sustain, will be providing that wall thing to them, whereas Hayabusa will be clearing up the things, while Granger and Fasa will be the poke and the burst for the team. So I mean, I need you should have went for the Forza ban rather than going for the Kadita. It's okay, your choice. I'm nothing to say on this, but look at that. It will be a Irithel ban as I was expecting because the Granger was there. The Trinity meta that is Granger, Harith, and Irithel. 2 of them will be in the ban list, and 1 of them will be picked up by Team ZOZO. Let's see who will be countering up this Granger at this point. Okay. I mean, talk about the mobility. You will find a Kufra right now into the special grade. That's a nice start for them because it will be halting a lot. I mean, giving a lot of hindrance towards that Hayabusa's mobility for real. Right now, we can see a God being picked up. That is something which I was not expecting in this match. It's a God into the mid lane for the first time in Mythic Showdown. We're gonna see a God being picked up into the mid lane. Yesterday, it was a mistake when we saw the Veil into the mid lane. It was actually Valentina, but right now, it's not a mistake. It's the God. So how this God against a Nana will be walking will be a big question, but who? I mean, Mikey, am I in the epic lobby right now? What is I'm seeing? What? I mean, a Leslie?
I think Leslie is pretty good with the 2 damage dealing output, but you have to wait till the late game. That's the problem.
I mean, that is the thing. You will going for a BOD for your first build so that you can get a damage, and you have to wait a hell lot in this match. I mean, I'm not happy with this draft. Again, special grade are not standing with my hopes. Previous one, they just didn't stand with my hope, but they managed to win that match. But this time, a Leslie in the MM against a Granger. I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of heroes were open. Brody was open. Even they could have gone with the 1-1 as well, but no, they will be going with the Leslie. But right now, here we are into the Land of Dawn for the 3rd set in this BO5 series between Team ZOZO versus Team Special Grade at Mythic Showdown at IGC Indian Gaming Corps. Here we are. The junglers are taking up their aggro. Mikey, what do you think? A quick prediction. After you said me, you're gonna say it after the draft. What do you think? Who's gonna have the upper hand in this match?
I think early on it's going to be ZOZO, but from the mid to late game it's going to be special grade. If the match goes to the late game, it's special grade who will have the advantage. High possibility for them to win the match because they have the Leslie on their head who recently got buff, who has 2 damage along with high crit build possibility, and already we can see a skirmish going on in the bottom lane. Kufra diving in with the Titan's Revenge. Leslie got the kill, the first blood as well. A pretty good start for the side of Team Special Grade. Already in the top lane, we could have seen a bit of a fight breaking out as well, but I think there'll be a commitment over there because the EXP laners are continuously fighting. That's what they do. That's what they do best. But let's see if we can see another fight in the bottom lane or not. Leslie is being poked out a little bit. Badang goes in with the fist break. But that is a bad decision. He should retreat with very low HP. He was able to retreat from that. We can see a fight breaking down. Samsung Galaxy goes in. Hayabusa with the Ugi Shadow kill. Will it be kill? Leslie still manages to survive with that little HP. And even Kufra is there. And I believe Kufra took out a lot of damage from Hayabusa's Ugi Shadow kill. That helps Leslie to survive from that situation, Ash.
What a start. I mean, they must be laughing at me about that judging on that Leslie pick. Then she managed to get out the first blood. I mean, what is happening? I don't know. Everybody is right now standing against my predictions. Look at that 1v1 at the top lane between a Phobius and Arlord, where Arlord is right now outplaying the Phobius with the ult coming out. Arlord stunning that Phobius. It will be a 1v1 win. It is unstoppable for the Arlord taking down that Phobius. In the meantime, in the off camera, we can see that Nana managed to take down that Miyazuki. Yup, Miyazuki got down. That's a nice start for team special grade in this match point set. Look at that, Leslie right now going against Granger. Rhapsody being up. I think the ult will be on right now as well. Look at that, the ult being on. Granger at a very less HP. Flicker popped up. It will be the Granger taken down, and the stun coming up. Grodd with the Kamehameha will be taking out that Leslie as well. Instant redemption, first kill for the team ZOZO. In the meantime, River being up, that means the turtle is up, and it will be an easy turtle for Lancelot. And with that, Badang being up, Fist Crack will be the answer for him. Oh my goodness. Phobius right now claiming the kills, but before that, it will be Nana who will be claiming the kill onto the Badang. Phobius right now going back, chasing him up. The Arlot and the Co will not be able to take down any enemies, will be dismantling them. So in the meantime, Rhapsody coming up in a boost way onto that Leslie. Again, the ult come up. Hayabusa in the bush. Are we going to see the Quad Shadow coming up? And look at that. He managed to give some, okay, Ugi Shadow kill being on, but will not be enough to take the Leslie down. The mark was not up for him.
Yeah, I guess so, but we can see that Kufra is over here to give a bit of backup. Badang tried to go in. We can see the fist break being used, and Badang took out Leslie amazingly. The flicker and the fist break combination was amazing. The overall calculation of the distance was accurate to dive in and get the kill, and he just did that with ease. Overall, in the mid lane, we can see a bit of poking going on, but I don't think we'll see a fight breaking out. But we might see it right now since Kufra is over here. Badang is in a lot of trouble because he's been cornered down by 3 opponents of his, but he's still managing to survive from that. Will he be able to retreat or not? Arlord goes in, final slash being used. Badang was taken down after a lot of chase going in. Tyrant's Revenge was used, but Granger was not stunned because of the distance. But I must say, I did see that Gord is quite amazingly using his Mystic Projectile and Mystic Gush in team fights and dealing a lot of damage as well. We can see that Granger is being cornered down, but he is dealing a lot of damage on Kufra, and Leslie also took out a lot of damage. But yeah, he's learned his lesson. He's trying to keep a little bit of distance, and maybe it'll work out. Ugi Shadow kill being used by Hayabusa. Final slash being used. Hayabusa trying to retreat, but won't be able to. Sorry for that. Ash.
You know what, Mikey? The Arlot is playing a major role in this match, rotating down towards the bot and then getting down that Hayabusa as well. Fishcrack coming up. And in the meantime, we can see the Lancelot being there. Nana with the passive will be able to get back into the safe position. No, Badang still chasing him up. Lancelot being on. Let's see how it goes for the Badang. He will not be surviving this. It's the Lancelot taking out the Badang before the second turtle. River up again. Second turtle dance already started. In the meantime, we can see a fight is breaking up. The Kufra is right now chasing up that God. Will not be able to take down him, but in the meantime, Lancelot will be able to get some EXP for the team after second turtle being up for himself. Phobius got down in the meantime. Kamehameha got used. In the meantime, we can see passive was not there onto the Nana, so Hayabusa managed to got a kill onto the Nana. 8-4, 9-4 is the score, and it's a 2k goal lead already. And we can see another fight breaking up. Arlot right now overextending at this point, but Dan got Arlot up. He will be managing to escape. No, it will be the Rhapsody which will be taking him out from the mat. Of shut down to the high Arlot, And the meantime, instant redemption come up. It will be Shansin who will be taking out that god in the meantime. You can see the god, we can see the Badang and the Granger right now taking up the turret, but falling down with the mid lane as well. Kupra right now going for the zone, will be zoning out as well by the Badang. What do you think, Mikey? Is that Leslie pick will be able to do some magic in this match, because she got the early snowball at this point? Kupra jumping upon the Granger, and Badang will not be able to take down anybody's with the Tyrant's Revenge. But look at that, the Death Sonata and the Rhapsody into the action again. Oh my goodness, Fist Crack coming up, but the Badang will be able to get back. Oh, Death Sonata again, sliver of HP, managed to get back into the safer zone, but at a very bad position. Badang will be caught off guard by the Nana. He will be taken down as well. 11-5 is the score. In the meantime, in the off camera, we can see a kill for the Arlot onto the Hayabusa in a 1v1 situation. Phobius going upon the Kupra, will be taking him out with the help of the turret, and Lancelot with the dashes taking out that. Oh my goodness, Kamehameha will be there as well, because it was the god taking out that Lancelot. Well, this is instant redemption after instant redemption. Fight back from the team ZOZO as well. Sopranos Raid, he managed to get down that get down that Kupra, but then Lancelot was there to take him down as well. 3 Days Grace is right now in a very bad position, but still fighting back. Sopranos Raid coming back into the action, giving a lot of damage. But before that, we can see the Phobius will be the one taking down that Arlot.
Absolutely. Right now, the gold lead is for the side of Special Grade right now. They have about 3,000 goals lead, and that's doing a bit of an effect for sure. We can see that they're doing pretty good in the team fights, but when it comes to Team ZOZO, they have good initiations, but when it comes to Team Special Grade, I believe they are going over aggressive in some situations. Just like the previous fight in the bottom lane tier 3, where Kupra dived in with the Tyrant's Revenge along with the Fika. That was unnecessary in my opinion, because it actually backfired. They got the kill of Granger but lost two of their teammates, and right now the kill was secured by the side of Special Grade. We can see that Kupra in a bad situation will try to retreat and was able to do so. Granger was taken out by none other than Nana. Bang is being in a corner situation, was taken down as well. Phobius got down by none other than Lancelot. 3-man down for Team ZOZO. Right now Hayabusa is trying to recall along with God. They will try to hold on to the inhibitor, but I think the passive of the inhibitor shield will be taken down. Hayabusa with the Ugi Shadow Flash being used in the right moment. Hayabusa taken out by Lancelot. Lancelot going in. Is trying to go for the god but won't be able to. He's trying to retreat but was taken down as well. Bada goes in, does a lot of damage. In the meanwhile, Nana is trying to retreat from that situation, but Granger was taken down by none other than Leslie. Right now, Leslie is able to deal a good amount of damage as well, and things are still in favor of Special Grade. Ash, let's see what they can do.
Special Grade is having their passenger seat. They're playing the match point match, do or die for the Team ZOZO, so they need to clear it out for themselves as well. But look at that, managed to stall back that Hayabusa. A sliver of HP will not be able to back off at this point. Sopranos Raid will be the one taking out that Nana from the map. What a game this god is playing at this point. He's the lone survivor. He's the lone hero for the team, who is right now wants a win so that they can go for the reverse sweep strategy. But the Leslie will be the hindrance onto their way to the victory. Again, Kupra will be there to stall back that Hayabusa. Quad Shadow will be used again, but I don't think he'll be taking out the Kupra at this point. Leslie with the ult coming off. Fist Crack will be there as the answer. Phobius coming back into the Infernal Pursuit, but not be much for him to take down anybody. It was just a stall for him. Rhapsody being up, the whole team is back, in which we can see a fight is coming up. Daizin right now going inside, but it will be the Arlot will be taken out by the Badang. 1 for non-trade being up. It's the time for the Lord. What do you think? Are they gonna take the Lord easily, or there will be their contest from the side of Team ZOZO?
From the side of Team ZOZO, I believe Hayabusa can dive in and go for Lord Steel over there, since he has the quad shadows of his, but since there is a goal difference, I don't think they have a chance for going up face-to-face fight over here. Badang is trying to go for Leslie. Leslie escaped with the flicker, but it was Kupra who got cornered out, was taken down. Badang was taken out by Leslie. Ultimate sign coming out from Leslie as well. Granger was taken out by Lancelot. He is trying to retreat from that situation, but Hayabusa is here. Phobius is here and he's still being chased off. Let's see if he can survive from this situation or not. He is being chased down. Hayabusa, there's a high possibility that he will use the Ukicharo kill. But yeah, with that, Phobius dived in, the stomp on Lancelot, and he was taken down.
I mean, that was not a good move. Minions were coming. You could have gone with the help of the minions, but it's okay. But right now, Hayabusa is in the same situation Lancelot was before 5 seconds, and Hayabusa had a sliver of HP. Minions, if they found him, minions found him. He just got out by the help of the minion. Nana will be having the kill, but it's the minion who got the kill. And look at that, Granger right now coming up with the rage, Rhapsody, Death Sonata, everything. Leslie managed to escape with the help of a little bit of HP reason. She got the ult being on right now. ZOZO's Dilarva is at a very dilemma. I mean, in a very dilemma situation because he was about to get down by the Nana, by the Leslie, we can say. But he managed to escape. At this point, we can see the God is giving a little bit of damage, but again managed to. Nana just managed to get that Molina onto that God, and then it was Arlot who will be claiming the kill onto Sopranos.
Absolutely, we can see that Leslie is doing a good amount of damage right now. The true damage hits hard. Along with that, most probably she went with the endless battle already, and that's also giving the spell vamp as well. And already we can see that Nana lost her passive. Granger was taken out by none other than Leslie. The mid lane's inhibitor is lost for the side of Team ZOZO. Alot was taken down, double kill secured by Hayabusa, but he was taken out by Leslie. Leslie is trying to do a good amount of damage, trying to hold top in this particular situation and just go for the base maybe. We can see that the minion was cleared out by none other than God with the Mystic Gush, but I think Leslie should retreat from that situation. Quick evade from Badang's fist break, and he was taken down in the process. Ultimate snipe being used, and again Leslie is really aggressive right now. We can see the amount of damage she can deal. Just look at him. Phobius is being stomped down, being crushed, and that is Leslie with another kill.
Godlike for the Leslie, and this is what I'm talking about. I mean, the early snowball, Leslie is a good MM, but I was not sure about the pick because it always get the damage in the late game. But why she got the damage in the mid game? Viewers, you need to know this. The early snowball she got with the help of the Kufra and the their team, was the only reason right now she's melting down the Badang, melting down the tanky Phobius as well. Lancelot right now going on to that Granger will not be able to take down anybody's because he'll be dismantling himself, the whole team of ZOZO. But look at that again, found the Granger, Rose Gold being popped up, Lancelot going on and he will be taking out the Granger easily. Fish crack coming up, Lancelot will be the one also getting bloomed away, chunked down by the team ZOZO. I'm a bit surprised that they are not trying for the Lord yet. They wants to finish this match up without the Lord. What do you think? Is that the
high possibility? For sure. Phobius goes in with the ultimate of his, but Badang takes a lot of damage. Flicker being used already by Leslie to maybe get a kill, but the passive was not on from her hand to get the critical hit. But right now we can see that from the side of Team ZOZO, they're taking up a lot of damage. They're in a very pressurized situation because already they have lost 2 of their inhibitors, and Leslie is going crazy. The amount of damage she can deal right now is outrageous. But already from the side of Team ZOZO, all of the team members have revived, but already we can see that Granger took out Nana. So I believe from the side of Special Grid, they should retreat because they are overstaying in this particular situation. They could have gone for the Lord in this particular situation, or they could have forced to go towards the base, but they did neither of that. They were just dealing a bit of damage. They were just poking around, having some fun maybe, and saying just see how much of a damage my Leslie can do.
It's okay, but you know what? I mean, if you're taking the game into late, it's also not good for you. But right now, Tyrant's Revenge coming up, and it's the fist cramp. Oh my goodness, in the meantime, Leslie come up and join the team. Granger will be the one getting down at this point, claiming the kill onto himself. Lancelot is on right now. And again, we can see the God. Oh my goodness, the magical damage is right now piercing upon that Arlot. But minions being again raiding onto the base, but will not be enough to take down the Blaze. They need to take the Lord to end this match. Otherwise, I'm not sure that they can take it up because they got the 2 tanky frontliners. It's a Batang, it's a Phobius out there. And in the meantime, we can see the Lancelot going against those 3 members will be coming back as well. But Arlot as well And a lot of damage onto the Phobius. Left with the one with the help of the Skypiercer. Managed to take down the Phobius. Dropping down. Minions entering into the base. They will be blocking the base at this point. Hayabusa with the quad shadow going on. With the Oogie shadow kill. Shut down for the Leslie. Kupra got down. It will be a double kill for the Badang. Arlott being down at this point. Death Sonata. Will it be connected onto the Nana? No. At a sliver of HP. Nana need to get back from this situation. Will be doing a Cyclone Eye. Oh, okay. Hayabusa. Oh my goodness! The
Don't know what
Hayabusa
happened, but
managed to get down by the Nana. That was insane from the Nana. Recall spamming was there right now. Lancelot will be the one getting down the Granger. Granger was there to take down the Nana. Managed to take down the passive, but then Lancelot was there, who was giving that dashish onto the Granger and managed to take down him as well. A beautiful game from Special Grade. They don't need the Lord. They wants to show their dominance.
absolutely. And previously, when we saw that Specialgate had the opportunity to go for the base, it was when Kufra dived in with the Tyrant's Revenge and just went with the Tyrant's Rage. He got 3 at hold, and Badang was the one who came to rescue that situation, locked onto the damage dealers, and from that, Team ZOZO was able to hold on to the base. But still now, Specialgate have the upper hand because they have about 5,000 goals lead. They also took out all inhibitors of Team ZOZO, so the minion pressure is quite a lot. A fight is being broken down already. His break being used. Hayabusa was taken down. So was Arlott. Kufra is taken down from the side of Team Special Grade. We can see Granger is trying to retreat to the base, and he was able to survive as well. We can see a bit of a minion pressure for Team ZOZO. A lot of damage coming out from Special Grade. Now was taken out by none other than Badang. Lancelot goes in, gets the Granger in the process. It's just 3 against 2. Let's see if Special Grade can actually go for the base. Maybe they can. The minion pressure is a lot. They're going to lock for the base, and they have gone for 3 consecutive wins in a best of 5 series.
3-0 is the score, and it's a dominative win from the side of Team Special Grade. They didn't just won the match, they just showed their dominance because they didn't went for the Lord. If they would have gone for the Lord in the 12 minutes, the game was up for them because they just let the Granger farm. Therefore, that was the reason Granger got some kills in the end. But in the end, it goes to the Special Grade. They managed to take on the match with the help of the Arlott and the Leslie pick. MBB for the Leslie, taking out my words back. Absolutely, I'm taking out my words back. What I just said before the draft started. But it's like, guys, I mean, even Mikey just said that Leslie will be great in the late game, but not in the early. But she got the early snowball rather than the Granger, so she managed to outplay the Granger easily. And whole team with the help of the Skypiercer. The stack was 60 at a point. That was the neat thing. She was managing to dominate the whole Team ZOZO, and with this, it's a great win for them. And I think we need to wrap up, Mikey.
Yeah, that's it for the day, guys. But it was some amazing matches coming out from Team ZOZO and Special Grade. Already, the first round was the most intense one, in my opinion, and the third round was quite amazing because we weren't expecting those kind of heroes being selected. The draft was a bit changed compared to the previous 2 ones, but yeah, both of our teams played really well. They showcased a good amount of sportsmanship over
with
here.
this, guys, we'll be taking tonight's bye-bye because we can say one thing that this was the only match which was need to be streamed today, and it's already happened. It's Special Grade who just finished up the match with a 3-0 score. What a game by them. And with this, guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. This is Mythic Showdown, powered by IGC Indian Gaming Corps. We'll be coming back tomorrow for another exciting match. So please wait for us and do subscribe the channel. And don't forget to like the stream, share the stream to your friends, because this is what we need from you all. The support will just boost our morale. Let's see you guys tomorrow. Me, STZ, and Mikey will be signing off from Mythic Showdown at IGC Indian Gaming Corps. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Good night. Sabak here.
ये तारा इनको बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत देने वाला है। थोड़ा सा फिर से यहाँ पर लौट आएंगे, अंदर जाएंगे, परफेक्ट। वाला है, थोड़ा सा फिर से यहाँ पर लौट आएंगे, अंदर जाएंगे, परफेक्ट